This is not my work, it's work of my industrial friend of mine, Mr. Narayan Swamy. And the title of the talk is poster is Anomalous Production of Silicon and Iron in a Submerged Arc Furnace Driven Ferrosilicon Smelting Plant at levels of tons per day. We put it like this, if this is confirmed, this will be the world's biggest cold fusion experiment. Like that. Well, basically this is what happens in a ferrosilicon plant. This is a commercial plant, it's purchased from Norway or whoever makes these smelter plants. But those of you who have been doing cold fusion experiments will recognize that at the heart of this plant is a gigantic carbon arc furnace. You have 3 electrodes, 1 foot diameter, 60 kiloamps of current and about 150 volts. It's total about several megawatts. And right here the arc is struck between the carbon rods and the floor of the hearth, which is also carbon. But note that the currents uses 3-phase AC, and therefore you have alternating magnetic field, oscillating, rotating, all kinds of things at a temperature of 2000 degrees. So at the top, basically the raw materials he feeds is silicon dioxide, basically quartz and charcoal, wood charcoal. And since he's making ferrosilicon, he has a third place where he puts in scrap iron. The 3 of them are weighed in exact quantities and put it there. And this is a continuous round-the-clock furnace which goes on for weeks together. And at the bottom, he draws out ferrosilicon metal. Now, the observation of relevance to us is that during an 11-week-long non-stop run in 1995, he was feeding silicon, 33 tons of silicon. Now, we're not talking about the production per day. 33 tons of silicon fed in the form of silicon dioxide, which contains 15 tons of silicon, 5 tons of iron, and one would expect 20 tons of ferrosilicon alloy of 75% silicon. But the actual production of the alloy was 24 tons daily, round the clock for a period of 11 weeks. And there was, every day he was producing 4 tons of excess metals, literally out of thin air. Basically, I should say carbon and oxygen. So he was very puzzled. He knew nothing about cold fusion or anything. And eventually, after talking to various people, he was asked to come and meet me. And we became good friends. And I immediately recognized that what is happening here is exactly what is happening in the carbon arc experiment, which is well known in the field. And I was very happy to do in the poster number 5 today by our Hungarian friend Igor, exactly has done the same thing. He has taken carbon powder and he has put it in a quartz exactly like this, and he has put it in a microwave oven, and this is a gigantic furnace. But when I presented the same thing in the China meeting, I was puzzled as to what happens to the energy. How can you have transmutation without the release of energy? And this was the puzzle which prevented me from even talking about this for the past 15 years. I was aware of it for 15 years. I didn't have the guts to come out in the open because I know it will be shut down. But because Iwamura and others in this center are very interested in transmutation, I decided, we submitted as a post deadline paper, and I'm thankful to Iwamura for giving me an opportunity to present this. But then, having come here, I have learned something new, that I need not worry about the missing excess energy. And there are several people in this group who have persuaded me that there are many paths possible where you can have simultaneously exothermic and endothermic nuclear reaction, which can sort of cancel the excess heat. So Dr. Sudinsky just spoke about it, and there have been others. So more on the poster. Thank you.